Since its establishment, the State of Israel has continuously faced significant national security challenges. While the Israeli government is active in solving day-to-day problems, there are long-term strategic needs that the government hardly has the time to focus on. Israel has been forced to confront complex and uncertain situations which threaten its existence, such as the surprise of the 1973 Yom Kippur War, the Iraqi and Syrian nuclear reactors which Israel had to destroy, and Iranian aggression and nuclear program.
In order to strengthen Israel's future, a team of experienced national security experts, intelligence officers, academics, and former decision makers of the highest level, including those who have headed Israel's national defense apparatus, have established JISS, Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security.
There's a reason why the term security, not just strategy, is in our name. We see the threats to Israel's security. We have among us some of the best minds that have dealt with these threats over the years.
JISS's research and strategic teams strengthen the State of Israel by providing defense and diplomatic counsel to Israel's leaders, training the next generation of Israeli national security analysts, briefing foreign leaders and policymakers on Israel's security and foreign policy options, engaging with leading global think tanks, institutions, and universities like Trends in the UAE and the think tank of the Indian Ministry of Defense, conducting in-depth research to formulate multiple strategic alternatives to dilemmas Israel is facing, advancing pragmatic policies that keep Israel strong and will lead to peace in the long term, and appearing regularly on global networks across 5 continents.
Colonel Eran Lerman joins me from Jerusalem.
We also joined in by Dr. Uzi Rubin,
a senior fellow at the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security.
JISS experts have written policy papers and influenced Israel's relations with Middle East countries, great powers like the US, Russia, and the European Union, China, India, and Turkey, as well as major international organizations.
What I believe is unique in the Jerusalem Institute, it's its no-nonsense attitude, no rosy-tinted glasses, no false idealism. We look reality in the eye and we give our opinion according to reality as we see it, whether it's popular or not.
JISS is headed by Professor Ephraim Inbar, President of JISS and Middle East National Security Expert. Reserve Major General Yaakov Amidror, former National Security Advisor to the Prime Minister. Reserve Colonel Dr. Eran Lerman, former Deputy of Israel's National Security Council. Dr. Uzi Rubin, founder and first director of the Israel Missile Defense Organization. Reserve Major General Eitan Dangot, expert on Israeli-Palestinian relations and former head of Israeli government activities in the territories. Professor Eitan Gilboa, expert on U.S.-Israel relations. Dr. Emmanuel Navon, expert on Israel's international relations and Israeli-European relations. Dr. Oshrit Bervadker, expert on India's foreign and defense policy. Dr. Hai Eitan Cohen Yanarojak, expert on modern Turkey. Dr. Jonathan Spire, expert on Iraq and Syria.
At JISS, we have the best team possible to deal with the main challenges to Israel's security.
We are the only think tank fully dedicated to the struggle for the future of Jerusalem, the unified, eternal capital of Israel. We have been for years at the elbow of decision makers, and we already have evidence that people listen to us at the highest levels of government. We speak to them about our perspectives on how to secure Israel's survival in this neighborhood, facing a variety of threats and dangers.
JISS is dealing with confronting Iranian military nuclear ambition and growing drone threat, addressing Turkish involvement in Jerusalem and the Eastern Mediterranean, managing the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, ensuring Israel's sovereignty and security in Jerusalem, furthering Israeli diplomatic relations around the world and mainly in the Middle East.
I am convinced that JISS has the ability to promote professional dialogue regarding foreign and national security policies, influence public opinion in Israel and abroad, and create a realistic strategic vision for Israel.
The combination among Israel's national security experts, world-renowned in the fields of intelligence, missile defense, and international relations, makes JISS an important component in strengthening the State of Israel.
Join the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security in continuing to keep Israel strong and Jerusalem united as Israel's eternal and undivided capital.